This is another special edition of Late Night Health. I'm Mark Alyn. The CBD industry continues to grow, and today we explore how cannabinoids are being used and the product innovation that goes along with it. Joining us today are two senior officers from Open Book Extracts, the manufacturer of plant-based cannabinoid products. Dave Neundorfer, Chief Executive Officer, and Nicole Brown, the CIO, the Chief Innovation Officer. Dave and Nicole, welcome to Late Night Health.
Thanks, Mark.
Thank you, Mark.
Let's, we had a real robust conversation with Dave not long ago. Let's talk about the industry from your standpoint, Nicole. Where is the CBD industry going in your mind?
Well, it's been an incredible journey to watch so far. We've been in the industry for a little over 2 years and certainly watching it for well before that. And there's not a single industry I can recall that evolves more quickly or has seen more change in a rapid period of time than the one that we work in. And so, what's really exciting about where we are in the industry today is you're really starting to witness the evolution from, what we like to call the 1.0 of the CBD industry to jumping up to the CBD 3.0. And you're seeing everything from the ingredients that people are choosing to work with that are evolving past only looking at CBD, but looking at some of the more minor and rare cannabinoids like CBG or CBN, and really creating sophisticated formulas that are targeted about, after specific need states and outcomes. So it's really not just about CBD is for everything and everyone, but really creating beautiful bespoke formulas that really work and really achieve the outcomes that are desired. And it couldn't be a more exciting time to witness all of the innovation, all of the product development that's really helping people. It's really working. And I think that's where we really see it going to, is this state of product development that is really going to target every single industry. There's not an industry that's going to be left untouched by these ingredients and by these products. And that's really the role that we see ourselves playing in the space, is to be both an educator, a guide, and obviously supporting all of the development that's going on in the space with what we do.
You mentioned CBD 3.0. Dave, is 4.0 not far away?
Well, we're still working towards 3.0, and the way that we define these three phases, Mark, is 1.0 was pre-2018 Farm Bill, pre-20 December of 2018. We defined 2.0 as the initial frenzy of everybody coming into this market. You saw CBD everywhere, and it was fatified. And we see the path to 3.0 being driven by the three R's: research, regulatory clarity, and retail recovery. And we're moving towards those three R's. We're doing our part on the research front, and hopefully giving the regulators a model for how this industry should be responsibly managed from a production and supply chain standpoint.
Nicole, do you guys do research as well about CBD?
Absolutely, yes. It's one of our kind of core areas of focus as a business, to really build on the body of evidence that's out there in the market. And there's been great work done by various research institutions and groups, and we're really delighted to now be participating and really contributing to the research that's going on. We've announced work that we've done and that are underway with Case Western University School of Medicine as one example, to really take all of these various inputs and ingredients and truly understand their mechanisms of action, how they work and why they work, to really help build that evidence to support the industry and support where the industry can grow and go. And without that research and without those research-backed initiatives that we're focused on and the partners we work with are focused on, to really as a community and as a collective build out that research is essential for this industry to truly reach its potential.
You mentioned industries, okay, that all industries are going to be touched by CBD. Can you explain that?
Absolutely. There's, I've worked in, product development in various industries in my past lives, be it in the beverage space or the beauty space. And I cannot think of any ingredient or set of ingredients that plays a role in every industry the way cannabinoids do. And what we mean by that is, cannabinoids have efficacy and have outcomes that are positive and beneficial for everything from dietary supplements and nutraceutical products to food and beverage products. You're seeing a ton of growth in the beverage sector, to pet products. Pets have an endocannabinoid system, and this works for pets as well, all the way through to cosmetics and luxury cosmetics in the beauty industry. So really, when you look across the landscape and you think about all these various just gigantic industries that are all going to need to have a plan and pay attention to the role that cannabinoids are going to play. And there's really nothing like it.
So, Dave, let me understand. Um, Nicole comes to you and says, we have this new use for CBD. You're the guy
Yes.
who figures out how to put it in manufacturing, you and your team.
The team
team.
really does that. We have a fantastic team that's come to this industry on a mission to legitimize it, destigmatize it. And members of our team come from the pharmaceutical world, who have been analytical chemists at big pharma companies for decades, to drive our quality management system. We have manufacturing and production that comes from the beauty industry, the cosmetics industry, the beverage industry, who understands the stringent expectations from a quality and consistency standpoint that our clients will expect. We have a software team, we have a product development team, and everybody comes together to take a new concept or a new idea and figure out how we can not only create it, but create it with the level of quality and consistency that we expect of ourselves, and certainly that our clients expect of us.
And the quality, is that something, Nicole, that is important to you? I mean, we've all heard, horror stories about people who have manufactured products that claim to have CBD, but in analyzing that product, they don't. That doesn't happen in open book because it's an open book.
That's right, Mark. And quality, and when you speak about quality, you think it's something that's table stakes. You think it's something that would just be a given, and it is unfortunately not in this industry. And as you just mentioned, not all products that you see on a shelf are created equal. Not all ingredients are created equal. And so, our team here is absolutely obsessed with quality when it comes to the production of our raw ingredients. All of our ingredients are at 99.9% and above as a SOP for the creation of those ingredients. That's our target. And it's important because of exactly what you said, that if you don't start with the high quality materials, you're not going to make an end product that you're going to have confidence in. You're not going to deliver on the promise to your consumers of what they're looking for. What's happened in the space with products out there that don't measure up on those quality standards is they're destroying an industry by destroying the trust and the faith that consumers can have in products. And so we really want to raise the bar on the entire industry. We want everyone to come up to this quality level. We know how hard it is because we're doing it every day. So it's a high bar to set, but that's what it takes to really make the products that matter and really make the products that are going to make a difference.
Is that something, Dave, that you've run into where a potential client will say, well, how do I know that your product is as good as we say it is?
Pretty much every day we run into that, and our production process starts with a third-party certification on the biomass, and it ends with a third-party certification before it goes out the door. But what's special about open book extracts is that between every step of our internal production process, we have all the equipment that the third-party labs have at their lab in our quality control lab on site. And so we can test every step along the way, which we do to ensure that we are maintaining that level of quality all the way through. And when clients asked us to prove that, they are blown away that we not only have the data for every SKU or every product line that they asked for, but that we also have the team that can kind of walk them through and make sense of this process. So every single day, by virtue of being in this industry that's new and exciting, but it's also a little bit scary, or it can be scary to the uninitiated. We try to go above and beyond on things like testing and quality management systems and quality assurance. And oftentimes we get the feedback from public CPGs saying, this is the best vendor audit that we've ever been to. And not in that you guys are the best cannabinoid company, but the best supplier that we've evaluated. And that's praise that we get fairly frequently. And we think that for us is the level that we want to maintain and exceed in order for ourselves to be successful at open book extracts, but more importantly, for consumers to have a great user experience and for this market to grow.
In the FDA regulations for supplements, supplement arrives at a manufacturing facility,
Yep.
such as open book extracts, and they're tested. And before it goes into a product, it's tested. And then finally, when it's mixed into a capsule, a drink, whatever, it's tested. You're saying that you guys do this now.
We do, and not only do we do that, we also provide a QR code where the test results and the certifications can be found, and we hope that our brand clients pass that info and their own QR code all the way to the end consumer.
So that a consumer, as well as a manufacturer, can see from planting to final product.
Correct.
Wow. That's incredible. Nicole, where is the CBD industry going? Where do you think it's going to go?
I mean, that's a great question that we probably talk about and dream about every single day. Once you, again, look at the landscape of opportunities to really see a world in which the products that we can make and the possibilities of what you can do with CBD, be it in a supplement product to help people sleep better or relieve their aches and pains, or even treat more severe symptoms, whether it's chronic panic disorders or just general anxiety, all the way through to uplifting, energizing experiences, or beverages that are an alternative to alcohol. Like, the possibilities are just so completely endless, and we really see a world in which, again, in every category, you're going to see the development of products and products that work, and in many cases seeing cannabinoids as either an alternative or an absolute replacement for some of the substances, drugs, supplement materials, chemicals that are being used in products now. And so really, helping to, again, build that body of evidence through the research and the work that we're doing, build the products that work through the team that we work with and the products we develop with our clients, all the way through to seeing those products, delivered to consumers and helping them to live better lives and know that there's solutions out there. And there's solutions that cannabinoids that can provide that we probably don't even know yet. We are literally at the starting point right now of really understanding what the true potential is.
And you're one of the first people, Nicole, that a manufacturer would interface with, I would think, because you are the chief innovation officer, so that somebody comes to you with an idea and you can help extrapolate that. You can build on that. Am I correct?
Absolutely. And, it's, one of our favorite opportunities, and certainly one of the favorite parts of my role is to really have those, pie in the sky moments with our partners and with our clients to really help them understand, one, how all of these various cannabinoids can play a role in products they might want to develop and things that they might want to support for consumers and the consumer needs that they have. Um, Again, going back to quality and giving them all of those assurances around the quality and like the rigors of testing that we inflict upon ourselves to make sure that they can have confidence in what they're doing. And really then designing and building out, bespoke products for every single client that we work with that's really unique and that really serves the needs that they're looking for. And so, yes, it's definitely part of my day-to-day operation that is really just creative and scientific at the same time in equal measure. And it's a really exciting experience.
Any last minute thoughts uh, to manufacturers who are currently using CBD, and two, those who are thinking about it? Dave, do you want to start?
So to manufacturers who are currently manufacturing with CBD, and those who are about to start. So I will take the ones who are about to start, and I think that my vision, and I don't think it's too far into the future, is that we're going to have the equivalent of a multivitamin on the cannabinoid side. And it's going to be something that's in the kitchen counter that you take with your orange juice in the morning. And we're going to have the data and the research to support the healing potential, both on overall well-being, but then also overall stress management, and the overall, maintenance of homeostasis of our bodies. That will be the result of a huge education effort that's going to be driven by the research that we create now. And so, in many ways, we have a unique vantage point on the research that's happening. Many researchers, I won't say most researchers, come to us for our cannabinoid inputs to research because they're pure and they're consistent. And so we get to see early access to some of these data from all of these different groups, for-profit companies, labs, universities, and everybody talks about the hyperbole that's associated with CBD, or that, it's all anecdotal evidence and the plural of anecdote is not data.
Right.
Well, the data is coming, and in many ways, it surpasses the hyperbole and the anecdotes. And so if you're not yet looking at or understanding how to incorporate cannabinoids into your products, I would urge you to just start doing that. And Nicole and I would love to sit down, share with you what we've learned and where this market's going.
And briefly, Nicole, what about those who are currently using CBD products?
Yeah, and many of our clients certainly are and have been in the space for a while. And, when we speak with them, you think about like the word innovation and how it's defined. And the definition of innovation isn't always necessarily about inventing something new. It's about making something better. And so we encourage our clients to think about, how do you make your products better? How do you make your products work better, have higher quality, have better outcomes? And really exploring what the possibilities are to truly create products that are in that innovative set. And that is everything from the ingredients that you can work with, how you can formulate with those and create those outcomes and those beautiful products that you want, what kinds of form factors you can play with. And there's a lot of development going on in the different ways to experience CBD. We're a long way from a tincture bottle. There's a lot more out there and there's a lot more coming. And so for everyone in the CBD space, would encourage you to really think about how you want to make your products better, how you really want to think about being that one step ahead.
We're going to have another conversation coming up with Nicole, and we're going to talk about innovation and what can be done with CBD. And that'll be coming up here on Late Night Health. Both of you, Dave and Nicole, thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. This has been a special edition of Late Night Health focusing on CBD. If you want information on how CBD can work in your products, visit the website that's on your screen right now. That's openbookextracts.com. I'm Mark Alyn. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now.
Thanks, Mark.